Hello everyone, welcome back to our Spring Boot AI classes. In previous classes, we learned about what is Spring AI, how we can connect with different chart models. And one of the chart model is Amazon Bedrock. In previous class, we learned how to configure that and how to get key for Amazon Bedrock to connect to the Spring AI. The same way, there is one more chart model, Anthropic Chart Model. So these models, the underlying functionality is same, but it has its own features. So if coming to Anthropic Claude is a family of foundational AI model. It can be used in a variety of applications for developers and businesses. We can leverage the API access and build directly on top of Anthropic's AI infrastructure. So whatever the Anthropic will give the model, we can enhance that model. If we want to enhance that, then on top of that we can work the same. So Spring AI supports the Anthropic messaging API for sync and streaming text generations. So to access this Anthropic model, what are the prerequisite? Like every another model, first we need to get the API key. Create an account in Anthropic dashboard and generate the API key and the get API keys page. Once we get that, we need to configure that in the our application properties as a Spring AI Anthropic API key or ML file also Spring AI Anthropic API key. From our environment, we can export environment and we can read API key system.get environment or array value we can use as Spring annotation. Repositories we can use auto configuration as a Maven dependency. And these are the chart properties for the retry properties like what spring.ai retry max attempts, maximum number of retry attempts. Spring AI retry back of multiplier, back of interval multiplier. So these are the different properties. While using Anthropic AI model, we can configure these properties and make use of these properties. Same way connection properties, which I already mentioned. What is the base URL? What is the Anthropic version? We can use it. Anthropic API key. So these are the different versions. We can configure the same. If it how we can enable the chart, Spring AI model chart, which chart we can use it. So here also in Anthropic also different versions are there chart models. So based on our requirement, we can configure that Spring.ai Anthropic chart options model, which model we want to use it. We can configure in our properties file. Max tokens. The same way, these there are different properties based on the requirement. We can configure that. The Anthropic chart options.java provides model configurations such as a model to use, the temperature, the max tokens. On startup, the default options could be configured with Anthropic model API and options. We'll go through that class. If you see here chart response, the same way we can use generate the names of 5 famous priorities. Anthropic chart options.builder. What model we can use? What is the temperature? Thinking. This is the main advantage with Spring Cloud. Anthropic Claude model supports a thinking feature that allows the model to show its reasoning process before providing final answer. This feature enables more transparent and detailed problem solving, particularly for complex questions that require step-by-step reasoning. That means once you given the input to that model, what it will do is it will think what answer I should get. It will collect all the information and it will give the detailed information for you. So that is the advantage with Anthropic Cloud Model. So the thinking feature supported by the following cloud models. One is a Cloud 4 model and Cloud 3 Sonnet. What its capabilities? Returns full thinking output. Behavior is consistent but does not support summarized or interval thinking. Cloud 4 model supports summarized thinking, interleaved thinking, and enhanced tool integration. API request structure is the same across all support models, but output behavior varies. Yes. What are the configuration we can use for thinking? To enable thinking or any supported cloud model, include the following configuration in our request. Add a thinking object. Type is enabled. Budget tokens. Token limit for reasoning. Recommended starting at 1024. So this, if you want to do the thinking enablement, we have to use these properties. So these are the one of the example how streaming and non-streaming example. If you see here thinking, one of the method for chat response, Anthropic dot thinking type enabled. For Cloud 4 models, thinking is enabled by default, so we no need to be explicitly mention that. Since here we are using Cloud 3.7 Sonnet, we mentioned as a thinking. But if you use 4.0, we don't require that. Process the response which may contain thinking content. So this is a streaming example for in the cloud model. So if you see here in our previous class and this model, most of the things same, but only which model we will use it and Anthropic chat options. So that API we will use, and based on that we'll get the response. What is the benefits of using thinking? The thinking feature provides several benefits like transparency, debugging, education, complex problem solving. It's better results in math, logic, and reasoning tasks. Multimodal, it supports multimodal and images and PDF. Okay, if you see the sample controller, it's a create a new Spring Boot project and a Spring AI starter model to the our POM or Gradle. Application properties, we will add the following keys. I mean, following properties like API key, what is the chart model, temperature, tokens. If you see the controller, Anthropic chart model, we will use it for to generate the stream model. Manual configuration. So the same way we have used the system.get environment Anthropic API key. So these are the low level Anthropic client. The Anthropic provides a lightweight Java client for Anthropic message API. Following class diagram illustrate the Anthropic API chart interface building blocks. This is the complete snippet how we can use the API programmatically. If you see tell me a joke, a role user for Anthropic message, stream request if you want, same message we can pass it, Anthropic chart model, and we'll get the response based on the configuration which we have given. This is how the Anthropic model will work. In our next classes, we can see how Azure OpenAI will work and what are the advantages with Azure OpenAI. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day ahead.